hopefully uneventful. I for sure theorized that this side little village festival thing would only take maybe 2, maybe 3 max if I really stretch out the festival. Uh, a month and a half later, after leaving the 5-day festival, we find ourselves on the last day. Everyone packing up, everyone ready to go. The team finds themselves scattered right now. After delivering some messages, getting some supplies needed, and getting some supplies technically not needed, but may needed in the future, such as magical equipment and things of that nature. You all find yourselves dispersed, but eventually will get back together. Nikolai was formerly at the magic shop. Dust was meeting a person, well, finding a person in the shop that they will more or less be employing. And Ada just struggling with the fact that you didn't fully connect with Amara, but you did connect with a soul that was already bound to that individual that is a very bad problem. It seems that they aren't fully tethered to everything, but thanks to the way Ada did things, they might be able to communicate with each other now, or at least better, as they only have approximational knowledge on each other. So hopefully you can find them the next time. And maybe a little bit more, who's to say. But after splitting up, I'm going to say you all find each other again, roughly an hour later of your starting time, heading back onto the main road. Unless you have something else to do. But Opal does state, okay, we pretty much did what I needed to do, the thing I needed to do, and I already did it. I don't know if you guys still need things to do.
I mean, not really. I got this cool, like, cube.
I did come across a individual who's willing to teach me additional parts of a additional trade, and I wanted to make sure it would take some time. So she has requested that she goes with us, but on the stipulation that if we come across anything, she gets a cut. We get any loot in our travels with her, she gets a cut of it. I just wanted to see if that was okay with everybody.
I don't see a problem with them. I mean, do you trust them, Dust?
It's more of a business transaction, so I trust him as much as any other craftsman. Maybe not necessarily as a travel companion, but as a craftsman moving in a caravan, that's about as far as I would trust them. Which is actually a great deal amount of trust. Just not secret. Giving out secrets worthy. So.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, it's not like they're gonna do anything shady, right?
No. Nothing shady. This craftsman just in particularly has some skills that I would like to pick up. And something that I would not be able to pick up in just a couple of days. Like with Gert.
Okay. Well, let's get on with it then, I guess.
So,
You find it again without too much of an issue. Roughly 10 minutes later, you find Gretel back at her shop. Air quotes. Telling she didn't apply for a stall here. She does seem to be competent and capable, but the only failure on her part, more or less, is not able to be on time for most things. At least from what you can tell, Dust. Meeting with her and explaining to your team that you've spoken with them about her, she does state, all right then, everyone cool with this, fine with this?
I think for the most part, there isn't a problem with the agreement.
All right, I sold most of my stuff today anyway, so I'm good to go whenever, I guess.
Okay. We'll be leaving tomorrow. So we already have an extra camel there that you are welcome to use.
Appreciated. Might as well just clean up while I'm at it.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll just basically tell her where to meet us.
Easily enough, when you begin to head out, you can tell, Ada can tell, because best path perception you've got. She begins to pack up, and while you guys head off, Ada, you can look at the side of your vision and can determine that she is putting things away in a box that is not filling up. It's not as if, this type of magic isn't possible, but it's weird that's in a box form. Soon enough, in like 10 minutes, she puts everything in just that singular box and then begins to head off down an alleyway, likely to get the rest of her things.
Alright, that totally isn't sketchy. He's good to the group. Alright, nobody has to do anything? I mean, I have to. I need to get a few books for research, but besides that...
Is there a potion shop somewhere? I think I need to get some more supplies just in case.
Oh yeah, no, it might be a good idea to get a few potions. So.
Right, since I can't really heal myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys just go back to the magic shop. Gretel currently isn't there, so I'm just gonna get her into the jam layer, and then get the vendor here. Anyways, Maria looks towards all of you after coming inside. Very well then. Let's see here. You mentioned some healing potions. That shouldn't be too much of an issue, thankfully enough. I do have two superior healing potions, 3 standard potions. Although if you wait a little bit, I can make 2 more today.
Do you have anything else besides just healing potions, or?
And you need this for, I'm assuming other than healing, to make sure that you don't die, perchance?
Yes. I'm just wondering about, maybe, I don't know, maybe, you have a superior, and then you don't have, do you have a greater potion of healing?
I can make one, but it'll take some time.
I mean, we have until tomorrow, so.
You have until 3 hours from now.
Well, I guess that's the term, yes.
Not that she says that out loud.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we have until daybreak, I guess.
Yeah. Muriel does state, I suppose if I hunker down and try to finalize a few things, I can create a greater superior potion. It'll just require more funds that way. If you have the amount, I am more than willing to take the time to do it.
How much would it be for the potion, all 3 types? Just I guess 2 superior, 1 greater, and then I guess 3 or 4 regular potions.
The standard potion costs 50 gold, so that's not really too much of an issue or inconvenience. 2 superior healing potions will cost you 200 gold per, but I will reduce that down to the total of depending on how many you intend to buy. And you mentioned a greater one.
Yes.
The greater would only cost you around, rounding down to 125 gold. So how many of each would you prefer?
Hold on, Dogma. I'm just
Yeah.
double checking because
She
I think
is
that
stating that
we
she'll give you a discount, just depends on how much you buy.
Oh yeah.
So standard potion, 50 gold. Greater healing,
So
125 gold.
the greater in healing ones, the greater is less than the superior.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
The superior does 8d4 plus 8, and the greater does 4d4 plus 4.
Okay, so how many of each? I didn't get the numbers.
She's asking you how many of each.
Oh, 4 regular, 2 greater, 2 superior.
Okay, she did mention beforehand she did have 2 superior, and she needs to make the greater. Okay, so greater, that is 400. Plus 2 superior, which is 125, so 250. And then you said 4 regular, so that would be 200 gold. So current sum total is 150, but let's reduce that down by some. She'll give you a 25% discount.
How much?
Oops, I made the wrong calculation. She'll give you a 25% discount, which means it'll be 637 gold. And like
Okay.
5 silver, but she's going to round it down.
Okay, 635.
37.
Oh. Okay, I gotta do math. Okay. Cool. I'll give her 637 gold.
You can like try to use persuasion to get it down more, but it probably won't go, to 70% off. But something.
I mean, I'll just say like, hey, how about a even 600? How about that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion.
I don't even know what I rolled.
It's a natural 1 or a 9.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
She just looks bitterly at you and says 675. 35 7. The first number I said, 637.
6. Okay. Yeah. I don't understand my. This is frustrating right now because my mouse, every time I move my character sheet, it moves with my mouse and I can't close it. Oh my
no.
gosh. I'm gonna restart my thing. Okay. Okay. I have the number. Okay. I give her the amount that she asked for.
All right. You give her an amount she has asked for.
Yes. I give her that 337 or 637.
Yeah. You give her the proper amount. Anyone else buying anything?
From the magic shop?
I'm going to say this is a general store now.
It's a general store.
We're just gonna say magical item store. Like it won't have like your bare basics. It'll be like your general magic store, right?
Yeah, like it'll give you some things here and there. They'll have some specialty items, but not like legendary items. but it'll get you what you need.
Okay, let me see. Um, Shoot. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Does she have plants there?
She does.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're looking for. Out of game, can I ask as well what Kyle's looking for? It,
Yeah.
Or if he's speaking, I don't know. It's confusing sometimes. I feel like Ada would do this during her downtime. Could she find books that would help with Nikolai's situation, or help her know what to do? Like, since he's a demon and she wants to help him out, and a book to figure out a way to release Amara and all the souls that's trapped with Glacia, if that's possible.
It's not impossible. You can definitely figure something out. Go ahead and roll religion or history.
Eh, boy. Let's see which one's better. Oh, never mind. I forgot religion was really big.
Yeah. Although you rolled pretty low for this one.
Yeah.
You can tell that there are ways of getting like spirits or demonic possession or devil possession from one's body out of you. You can also discern that, helping out someone else with their own problems is not completely off the book. You don't find any like specific books on how to solve your specific problem, but you definitely find general books on like devil demon deals and how to control them. You find another book titled The Evil Within and How to Get Rid of It, which all sound like self-help books. And you find one labeled Purification Within the Soul.
It is going to take all 3 books.
Oh.
And out of game, Jordan, I know you don't want Nikolai to be purified.
Yeah, no, I didn't say anything. Yeah.
I know. And just how do you say Muriel? Muriel?
Yeah, me and then real.
Muriel? Muriel?
Yes.
How much are for these books?
There are general books. Nothing we can't reprint again, but books are expensive, so I'm afraid they will cost you roughly 2 gold.
Each or in general?
In total.
Alright, is get out her coin pouch, give her 2 gold.
Thank you very
Here.
much.
Thank you.
You take it, you exchange it, and that is very, very expensive for books. Just letting you know that.
And so yeah, it's for research. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's gonna put the books in her pouch. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah, Muriel, would you happen to have some wolfsbane or some holly?
I do have holly.
so?
Do you have any prefer ground, fresh, or preserved? But I'm afraid I don't have any wolfsbane.
Okay. With the holly, I will take some dried and powdered.
Very well. That'll only come out to 5 copper.
Okay.
And you mentioned wolfsbane. I don't believe anyone currently still left in the city has any. So I would suggest maybe finding it elsewhere or... There is a practitioner in the woods to the north of here. They might be able to help you on that part. However, you would need to find them, and the woods I mentioned are known as the Great Wild Forest. So it could be very dangerous if you go inside there.
No worries. I have actually a decent supply of wolfsbane. I was just looking to increase the amount for a project that an item that I will be making. So,
Of course.
but no worries.
The only other individuals that I know of that have it are noblemen and former hunters. Former noble hunters. I'm afraid it's quite rare.
Yeah, no worries on that end.
Of
So.
course. She asked anyone else if they need anything. Whisper gets a few things. Fauna, Opal. No one's... Okay. You eventually make your way out of the shop.
Oh wait, did you want to add? Wait, was there something else we
What are
could
you gonna
buy?
add?
That's what I was pausing for. Like,
Yeah,
she asked
sorry.
anyone else if they want to buy anything. Whisper, Fauna, Opal, get their things. Pause for 5 seconds.
Yeah, sorry. I was browsing some of the potions you had on this wall over here. Did you have? I was looking at some of them that was like kind of different, like the bubbling ones. Maybe one that you had that was like a potion of like. Does this one say like heroism on it, or maybe like potion of lightning resistance?
Maybe I shouldn't put those in undercommon. I suppose people that speak common are a little confused by that. She like begins to write underneath it in common. That one there is Dragon's Fire Breath. The one that you mentioned beforehand is known as Haste, not Heal. And the other
I said heroism.
Heroism. My apologies. And the last one is... Sure, why not? Potion of Heroism.
Oh, nice. So you said one of fire breath, and then what was the second one?
Haste and Heroism.
Sarah said of home. It said speed.
It's like the haste spell.
Yeah, that's okay. Potion of speed. Okay. I guess it's haste, but yeah, whatever. Okay. I don't know if Nikolai would know the difference. Yeah. Well, how much for the? The fire. How much for each, actually?
The Fire Breath would be needs to finalize with a finishing touch to change the chromatic value, but it would only be 200 gold. The Potion of Haste would be 300 gold, and the Potion of Heroism would be 500 gold. If you buy more than one, I'm sure I can give a discount.
I'm looking up one of the spells because I want to know how strong it is. Internet, why do you be slow? The bless spell, what does that do? I forgot. Bless. Oh wow. Okay. Whenever target makes an attack roll saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add it to the attack or saving throw. So the potion of heroism lasts for an hour, and you can drink it. You get 10 hit points, temporary hit points, and for the same duration under the effects of the bless spell, with no consecration required. So you can use the bless spell for an hour. Is that
You'd
what
be
I'm
under
hearing?
the effects of the bless spell.
For an hour?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. So, but that only works with attacks and saving throws, which might be actually good. I want to get on with the story because I know I'm taking so much time.
It was what happened with shopping.
I know. Let me look up one thing and then I will be on my way. You didn't have a spell of lightning resistance by chance? or a potion of lightning resistance.
Potion of lightning resistance. Uh, 18's pretty good. I do, but it's my last one.
I could take it off your hands if you give me that one, and then I'll also take the potion of heroism.
In total, that would be over 1,000 gold, sir.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm taking the stock that no one probably would even dream of taking in like number of years, and the festival's over, so I mean, you probably won't get very many customers in a while. So
that is true. It's my last one because it's the last day. I've been making things all throughout. It's just the last time I had to make something for the week.
How about 800 gold for both?
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
That was performance. Gosh damn it.
I can keep the roll. Just tell me.
It was a good roll too.
It's the same. It's the same number. It's the same charisma too. So.
I'll allow it since it's the same modifier. Just make sure you roll perception
I just
next
did
time.
It was like I did a dance, and then she was like, "Wow, that's a really good dance." Okay, I'll give you the potions. Here you go.
Yeah. I will take that away. Just make sure you press the right button next time.
Yeah, my bad.
Very well then. 800 should suffice for this. And heroism and lightning resistance, correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
She gives you them, wraps them up. You give her the cash.
Yep.
Okay.
I did that because I have very strong lightning spells.
Fair enough. She probably would have given you a discount anyways if you bought two things. That being the case, though, she was more or less worried you didn't have the cash, but at this point in time, you've proven you have the cash. So she's well, stop doing that.
I just paid 1,500 gold to her, so yeah.
Yeah. At that rate, though, she looks around to see if anyone else needs anything. Wait 5 seconds.
I'm good. I got potions out the wazoo.
Thank you.
Ada, do you want any potions?
Of course.
The healing potions for
Oh yes.
you to
right.
hold on to? What would you like? Do you want to pay me anything? I don't know how much money you have, but you don't need to.
Nikolai,
What?
I think you owe me a few.
Fine.
It is
Here's.
still-
Do you want the 3 healing potions that I bought from you last time, or do you want me to pay you back with a superior healing potion?
It's up to you.
I toss a superior healing potion to Dust and hope he
Just
catches
go
it.
ahead and roll dexterity save.
If it breaks, that's gonna be really sad.
He just doesn't have to roll a 1. He didn't roll a 1.
There you go.
catch it. Honestly, if you rolled a 1, I would have said you caught it, but very flimsily.
Okay.
You catch it without much of an issue. It's a 5-foot toss. You're good. Nevertheless, though, Miro thanks you for the service, and
You're gonna have to manually type that in, by the way.
I was.
Okay.
She thanks you for the service and contributions to her own wealth. You head out along your way. Just to reiterate, you guys got a whole bunch of potions. The standard potion does 2d4 plus 2. Superior does 4d4 plus 4. And greater does 8d4 plus 8.
Superior
Okay.
does the more. Superior is 88.
Right. Sorry. For some reason, I think greater is the better one.
Yeah, greater's like the
Greater's
second
actually the
worst.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You're good.
Okay, no one went. Yeah, it's standard, superior, greater.
So standard, greater, superior, supreme. There you go.
You just made me more confused. However, you got the potions. Nevertheless, though, Opal does state, all right, we have like 1 hour to kill. Unless we want to meet the caravan a little bit early, we are more than ready to go.
shoot, is this the following day? The day of the caravan?
This is like before our long rest to the caravan, but yes.
Oh, okay. No, that was above game, and I was just a little confused. I was like, wait, I thought we were on the previous day.
Yeah. It's the day before the caravan, but unless you plan to do something outside of this, you can just skip the rest of the day and it'll be morning and you'll be there.
That make more sense.
To get to the temple, would we have time to get there and back before nightfall, before the great worms come in?
Dust, why do we need to go to
Why-
the
why are
temple
they going
again?
back?
Dust, go ahead and roll just a luck check, so a d20.
D20.
Above 12, you'll have enough time.
Come on.
Ooh.
Gonna add 20. No! Oh, dang! I
So we're not gonna go. We're not gonna
shopping
go.
took a lot of time. You like,
Okay.
when you travel, you'll definitely be heading towards that temple. But today, it's almost the sunset. You took a whole bunch of hours just in that one shop,
Oh,
doing things, sending out messages, going to other shops. It's been a full day. Right now, it's maybe sun setting, but not fully just yet.
Okay. Then we'll just do that tomorrow.
Okay. Maybe.
why do we need to go back?
There.
I mean, nothing really good
I-
came out of that.
I
Well-
almost died
Yeah.
again.
Nikolai managed to get this sword, and so I was kind of hoping to go back and get some more of the horde.
Oh yeah, wait, I can fly.
Some
Yes.
more of that horde because there are some projects that I would like to work on in the future that will take up a great deal of money.
Okay. I didn't like that chuckle the way you ended that sentence.
No,
That sounds
Being
like you're
sick.
good.
that's me being sick above game. That's me being sick.
Sounded like
No,
Doug
no,
was
I was
sinister.
giving.
So, but he like light chuckle, like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot that's gonna take a lot of money. Ugh.
Okay.
Yay.
Whisper does state, I mean, regardless of any of that, getting more money is beneficial to all of us. And if somehow Nikolai got something out of that pile, I'm sure we can all solve it.
What does that mean?
It means that if one person of us was smart enough to get something, I'm sure all of us together can figure this out.
I thought you meant that I was. If I could do it, then anybody can do it because Nikolai is the. I'm not gonna finish my sentence. Never mind.
Yourself, Nikolai.
And everybody is thinking that. That's what Dust thought. Like, yeah, if Nikolai could do that, anybody could.
For sure, that's the way Whisper
Everybody-
worded it, but at the exact same time, she had a defense against whatever Nikolai would say.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Unfortunately, this is how Whisper is.
I know.
But at the exact same time, she does believe you guys, everyone is capable of doing this. Just depends on what you do. But yeah, you'll definitely be able to get there tomorrow if you decide to. But other than that,
Okay.
it is roughly early evening. Unless you decide to do anything
Sleep.
else, you can easily just sleep.
Please.
Can Ada try to figure out the code in the Todd riddle book? In Todd's riddle book? That's probably the better way to say it.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm just going to take you back potentially one last time to that inn.
One last time.
don't necessarily have to do that.
I mean, you may return, who's to say?
Just, yeah.
Back at the inn after getting some rest, after relaxing for a bit, more or less, air quotes, ending ceremony. Technically, the last day is tomorrow, but not everyone stays for tomorrow thing. Ending ceremony, firework, not depicted. The same mayor begins to give his speech. People clap, but all the while you guys are in the inn, dealing with your own situations and just trying to finally relax. This festival was a toll for a lot of you. Ada, you take out your book, the one you mysteriously found after you reawakened. You look through it and go ahead and roll insight.
Inside? Alright. Wow, okay.
Pretty
You
good.
know what? Yeah.
Looking through the Tom Riddle book, you can tell that there are some quibs, some more or less puzzling words to solve here and there. It does seem patterned in a way that it doesn't depict true language, just more joking language. The same way someone would write a comedy skit or some type of joke. But at the exact same time, it doesn't fit well with the way things would be worded, as if words are used interchangeably or as if someone learned how to speak the language but also knows a different language and has structured it in that form. Case in point, Spanish and English and the structure of those two languages. Structuring in Spanish while speaking English. Pretty close, but not exactly the same. Looking through this, you can determine that there is something more meaningful to the words that are written inside. You don't fully have a grasp, but from what you can tell, this is some type of cipher system. Something that you technically aren't an expert in, but you are slowly understanding. You can tell that this is a simple substitution cipher, so as soon as you can figure out what language this is, you will be able to solve it without too much trouble, but right now it is too taxing on your mind to think about. Someone might be able to help you with this if they speak enough languages, or you can just like wait another day if you want to keep it to yourself.
Advocate can I'm just saying because he has to be. Can Dust help me with this?
You do know Dust speaks a lot of languages, and at a game, he also has the cipher feat.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, no. Dust has the feat linguist, and I pick up within it. I had picked up 3 languages, and I'm able to create as well as decipher ciphers. Well, the codes.
Codes, coded languages, and things of that nature.
Okay. So it's still the evening. Is Dust still around, or where's Dust at?
I don't know.
Kyle?
Dust, where are you?
Oh, I'd be at the end.
Yeah. Dust is there by the bar, ordering a few things here and there. Most of the gang is also here in case anyone leaves. Just let me know. Look at you, Nikolai. Not saying that you would. I'm just wondering what you'll do later.
No, I'm not gonna do
Nikolai
anything.
wouldn't.
What did I do?
But yeah, you do see Dust like right there with the rest of the gang.
Hey Dust, can you help me with something by chance?
Oh, sure. What is it?
Ada will pull out the Todd. I don't know how to say it anymore. Todd's riddle book. I'm gonna say it that way because I don't think it does. It have a name?
Todd's Riddles book.
Todd's riddle.
It's an annoying title.
Yeah, it is a very annoying title. Todd's riddle book, and show it to Dust. It's odd. I can't explain how I got this. Honestly, if I tell you, I wouldn't believe it myself. But it has some kind of ciphering message, I think, in it. And I know you're really good with languages, so I assumed you could help me.
Yeah, no, I can help you. I'm actually pretty proficient in this type of thing. So let's have a look.
Okay, good.
With the prior investigation that Ada has provided to you, you can more or less discern what this type of riddle system is about. It definitely is a substitution cipher, but at the exact same time, it is not just certain letters are substituted. It's rather the entire word frame structure, which is a very weird way of doing things, but not an impossible way to figure out if you know what to look for. You can tell the language is written in common, but it is based off of the structured form of celestial. However, the word jumbulation of how things are described goes into infernal. It's a very weird way of doing things, but one that you are able to understand. Soon enough, you can tell that this book is full of riddles at the exact same time, but it is also someone's diary. And it depicts and foretells someone's own experiences with their deal. Tom, at one point in time, was an individual that had no claim to fame, had nothing around him. You know the name Tom Riddle. It's just a very not very popular name. It's a book people sometimes read when they're young, but it's not really something famously famous. It's like, oh, it's there. But at the point in time when they were growing up, they were really no one. The more or less journal does depict that after some time of just trying to make it out there, weren't really able to do anything. At least not until they were able to find some wandering demon looking for a deal. At the point in time, they thought they were just a simple beggar asking for a meal. Unbeknownst to him, because he misheard that, he accepted the air quotes contract. He offered them a meal, and soon enough, they were more or less communing and, well, making this foretold deal. The demon asked if there was something in turn that they would want, and they asked for fame and fortune. Sorry, it was a devil, not a demon. I keep mixing this up. But the devil did state, for your kindness, I will offer you this deal. So long, and in turn, at the end of your life, your soul would be lost. Thinking this is a joke and a little inebriated, they shook hands, and soon enough, this wandering devil disappeared. A little hammered, this individual, Tom, then went about their life. Soon enough, things began to fall into place here and there. And not until he reached the age of 35 to maybe 38, he was around 25 when he made the deal, did things start shifting and changing. He saw phantoms. He saw strange hounds coming for him in the dead of night. And soon enough, he did, unfortunately, die at the end of his life of the ripe old age of... Not that old, because he unfortunately did perish for unknown reasons. You don't really know that part in this journal because it would have not been written in there, but he wasn't that old to the point of, dying in his old age. You can tell that the last thing he wrote was, I really don't know what's going on. I've been hearing strange words and noises, and the last few weeks, really, I've been seeing shadows everywhere. Strange things haunting me, and I swear I see something in the sky just watching over me sometimes. I don't really know what's going on, and I just pray whatever happens, I just get... I don't know. Maybe it's the last good thing that happened to me, but I don't want this to go away. I deserve this. I forfeited everything for this. And that was the last thing written in there. By the way, it no longer has anything else. It does seem that that was likely their last day on this mortal plane. By the way it sounds, someone or something finalized the contract for him, which is kind of problematic. But at the exact same time, you can tell based off of the way things were worded, it is the devil that Ada knows. It might not have not been her, specifically, it might have not been her. It could have been some lackey or the other, but she's been here and had enough power here long enough that, well, she's been putting things in motion for far longer than you realized. At the exact same time, the individual devil is true to her word. It's just, unfortunately, true to her word doesn't mean that they will leave you alone. Or at the very least, unless you fulfill something, they might not leave you alone. It is a very haunting story, but at the exact same time, when reading through it, before the last year and a half, he was exciteful. He was happy. He was genuinely thinking that things were going his way. Things were finally happening. It's a grim tale of despair, happiness, and then paranoia.
It's almost as if the devil that he made a contract with was becoming impatient. And Dust will say that. He was hunted. Almost as if the devil that he made a contract with was becoming impatient.
The devil as in Glacia.
Yes.
Huh.
And both of you can go ahead, roll insight.
Oh boy. That's always a fun time when you have a little insight. Oh, that's a bad roll.
Yep.
Oh wow, those are okay.
It's not an impossible roll. It's just not that great, so I won't give you everything. Devils and demons, specifically this one, a devil, do need souls to like get stronger and to, power up. More than likely, the end of their life was, to make Glacia stronger. You don't really know for what reason or rhyme, but it could be because she wanted to be freed from whatever was happening, or maybe she just wanted to be a little bit stronger. You're not entirely sure, but it's possible. That's why Tom was cut short. That's what you go, the 10 and a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of game dogma, is it Tom or Todd?
In my notes, it is Todd, but I think you said Tom and just went with it.
I thought it said Todd.
Oh.
Man, I'm even confusing myself. Dang. Okay.
It is Todd.
All right. All right. Because I kept hearing him like, it's where is Todd? Did I say it wrong? Does he say it?
I thought I heard you say
I
Tom, so I
swear.
went, whatever, it's fine,
so
I can change the name.
similar. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So I don't know what to say now. Dang. So if Glacia had all the souls, why did she keep me? I mean, she probably had enough. I'd seen at least one, and Todd said there was a lot of others.
Well, situations probably more than anything. She needed someone willing. She needed a willing body to gain her power, gain back her power the quickest. And at the moment when she was housed within you, you were not willing. For the most part. And Amara gave up herself willingly. But the crazy thing is Amara did not make the deal with her. Glacia. Instead, it was Amara making the deal with the Moon Spirit. So that may have something that may give us some strength down the line.
That there's still a chance to get her back.
Yeah, because I'm not sure about everything about it, but Glacia might not have full control over the contract that's connecting Amara. Because Amara made the contract with Moon, the wolf spirit. That may be something that we may want to look into.
Well, we had the time to do it, right?
as much as we can.
Let's hope Alicia doesn't do anything to her. Right? I mean, that would probably make everything a lot worse. Well,
Make it a lot worse. But one thing that you can do is as you meet the various souls that she's gained control, maybe you can throw in some disorder among them so that they can be free. Free to return to the underworld, to the afterlife.
maybe. I mean, I'm still trying to find research to, see if I can actually do that, but thanks, Dust. I really appreciate it.
I'll mention it. Anything to help.
What was this story about? Did you talk about a story about a guy that like did something with a demon?
Nikolai, it wasn't about you.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were like talking about something behind my back.
Opal does state, oh, so it was a devil?
Oh yeah, it was a no. I mean, yeah, no, yeah. Sorry, I get confused all the time.
Wait, Dong, as far as he knows, she never really made a deal with Glacia, did she?
You specifically kind of know, but not really. That is confusing, but at the exact same time, you're not entirely sure. Do you want to try to remember something?
For the sake of it, yeah.
Roll history.
Yeah, that would be a history check. Okay. Out of game. I'm sorry.
Why?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay.
Be glad we're getting it out now.
You begin to think on the patterns at hand, like people making deals, people like getting the deal, but then getting more or less the bad end of the situation at hand. You try to remember something about your past, trying to remember if you've done anything of that sort. You do get flashbacks, but you don't get the words that would be written in those flashbacks. Unfortunately, the vocal patterns, I'm just going to say you're having the memory, but it is muted. You do see at one point in time, you and a few others inside of a tent. Your former, would-be former partner was also there talking with you and telling you something. You can read their lips, and they do state, well, you can't hear the voice, but they do state, everything is fine. We've talked about this. So as long as this gets through, we will be able to help as many people as possible. Just agree to whatever they say, and we'll deal with the matter at hand. You do nod, still in that kind of mindset of caring for this person so much that you turn a blind eye to things you see are bad, which is unfortunate, but that was the mindset you were in. The only individual that you thought that was still caring to you, that wasn't, the best friend that you lost, or your parents that basically decided for you your life until you decided this, and they accepted it because it, give them more notoriety. You begin to go into a further room inside, and you do see another doctor there, not turned towards you, but has their back against the wall and speaking to you while they're turned around. They seem to be talking with you about something, and you do feel like you're saying, of course, I understand what's going on. I don't know if you would have been like open about your courtship with him. I'm gonna say partner. My partners explained everything to me, and they say something. As you can tell, they're moving their shoulders up and down. Then you state, yes, of course, I accept whatever is to happen now. Soon enough, they come back with what appears to be a syringe, and then you read their lips here, since you can see them. They're more or less a pale-looking, bald man, human perhaps, but not entirely sure, as they do have very strange, very bright golden eyes. They put the needle in your arm and you begin to be drowsy. They explain to you that this is a sedative that will make you go unconscious, as the process will be potentially dangerous if you are actually thrashing. So do be careful along the way. You go unconscious, and that is the last bit of memory you remember with an 11. So you're not entirely sure if you made the deal or if you were tricked in the deal, but something did happen, and you did agree to something. You just may not have known what you were agreeing to.
Okay. All right. All right. I think I'm going to go to bed early. If you guys don't mind.
Yeah, I'll be actually going to bed as well. I have a big thing in the morning.
Right. The temple. Mm-hmm.
Just gotta run through them. But biggest thing is leaving, going through the desert.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Good night. Ada's gonna just go upstairs.
Yeah. Most of you go upstairs unless you decide to do otherwise. Looking at you all. I'll wait 5 seconds to confirm.
Nope.
Whisper, are you feeling up for anything tonight?
I was going to after you guys fell asleep.
Oh, good. Telling plans without letting anyone know. I see how it is.
I'm getting information on what I was looking into.
Okay, yeah, sure.
If they go in with something else, they could die.
Yeah, you keep telling all your little secrets, and I'll just okay. It's okay. Never mind. I'll go to bed.
Okay. Fun and Up will head upstairs. 5 seconds. Okay. Everyone does spend the night fully rested at roughly around 3 a.m. Dustin or Nikolai, you share the same room as Whisper. I don't think you have a high enough passive perception for this. Dustin, Nikolai, do you have a passive of 14?
No.
Yeah, uh-huh.
It really wouldn't have
It
mattered.
is passive. Wait. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, it really wouldn't have mattered. Technically, I just don't know if you guys would have called her out on this, but Whisper returns soon enough after you guys are asleep, does her things, comes back, may or may not have woken you up, but apparently not, and then just closes the door. Unaware unless Nikolai said anything in the morning. Soon enough, you are risen by the sun and the chirping birds. You come back down, everyone's here, including the bartender. Everyone else that was here, this was a packed room just the other day, but now, since it's the morning, many people have already traveled. Early morning for everyone is like heading back home or heading back to another city. Or the farmlands around it. The bartender looks towards all of you and simply states, "All right, thanks for staying here, but this is, unless you intend to purchase some more time here, this is your last day, so last drinks on the house on me. It is non-alcoholic." She gives you all drinks.
And I'll just say, no, we plan on leaving the city today. So,
She just shrugs.
the caravan.
I'm not. They're not. Wait, you said
What?
non-alcoholic?
It is 7 a.m. in the morning, sir.
Nikolai just puts his face on like face palms. Like okay.
Nikolai just
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna. Nikolai just then walks over, takes the remainder of his keg of ale, and walks out the door.
Oh,
She looks towards the rest of your team. Again, I would suggest talking to him about his dependency issues.
I don't have any dependency issues.
You're not in
As
the
I-
room.
I yell that as I walk out of the room.
She's left. I'll just kind of lean over.
I'm
It's actually
carrying
better
it.
than he used to be.
Concerning.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh man.
Well, good luck to all of you. You begin to get your gear, your supplies. Oh, man. This is going to be mean. I'm sorry for this, but who takes Amara's stuff that she left here?
Ada would take it.
Okay.
Ouch.
You do get her fife, her flute. She took her violin. Her standard gear. She didn't have her armor on because she didn't need it at the time. So you have leather armor as well. 15 rations.
Do you mind writing all this down?
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, we're actually leaving.
Yeah. 2 months later.
Ba, 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 ba.
Oh wow, okay. I don't know if I should I put the copper and gold in the thing. Alright.
And a flute and fife. I just don't know how to spell fife.
Life.
But yeah, you take her supplies. She did have 2 health potions on her. She just recently bought them.
Oh, I didn't give Ada any of my health potions yet.
Oh no, it's fine. It has
Okay, I'll administer one to you at some point when you're in need of one. Or, yeah. I'll
if
be
I'm
ready.
dying on the floor in a glide, that's the point where you give me your health potion.
Preferably before you're dying is probably the better, I would think.
I mean, never mind. I'm not gonna say it because it's not gonna work. It's not worth the conversation. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, Dust. What are we doing here? What's going on? What's your secret mission?
I'm just more of just wanting to see if we can get some of that horde
I know.
That
Well,
we left behind.
well,
As you're mumbling things, Gretel does get here like 30 minutes late. Again, her main issue is being on time. Oh, seems everyone's here already. And Watson shouts out back to you guys. Is everyone ready?
I believe so. I mean, does everyone have everything? We're not leaving anything behind.
I don't want to answer that question because it's gonna make you cry, but
Don't. I know what you're going to say. Don't say it.
let's just go.
Okay.
Watson nods. All right then. If you need any bathroom breaks, just let us know.
My-
But we'll be traveling for a few days.
My dignity, that's what we're leaving behind.
Whisper just
Yep.
looks towards you. I don't think you can take that back.
I punch Whisper in the shoulder.
She just takes it. She knows that was mean. Yeah. You begin to head out without too much of an issue. Said travel doesn't take too long, but long enough that, you have some downtime here and there. The first day doesn't really go too much of an issue, but within the first day, you can definitely get to the temple. If you decide to go there, you'll definitely have to tell the caravan head, let's just say it's Watson, that you'll be heading out and then meet back up a little bit later. You can definitely fast travel there.
Who's
Yeah,
the other
nice.
guy's name?
Mr.
Do we
Jeffers,
have
Master
names?
Jeffers.
Jeffers.
Master Jeffers.
Winston is his assistant.
Jeffrey, my man.
Master Jeffers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys been
Yeah,
mainly
yeah.
speaking with Watson, so just put him there.
Yeah, Winston. Yeah. So yeah, no, we would leave
Fast travel, yeah.
for a little bit and to pick up.
Fast pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Gretel is also going with you, she goes along with you. I'm gonna copy and paste you guys there. You guys, thanks to Ada, you guys know how to, circumvent the traps unless you want to touch things again.
What?
We are not testing them again.
Okay.
Just directly look at Nikolai. Do not test the traps again.
You. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Whoa, look at this. There's me.
Technically there'd be a door here, but whatever.
We're just gonna practically go about the same way that Nikolai did it.
The
Hey,
trap.
The way you
So-
did it, you'd have to go into the trap.
so I'm gonna spread my wings out and then fly to the top of the pile.
You fly to the top of the pile and circumventing the area. Well, surveilling the area, that's the proper word. You can tell that there's a whole bunch of other piles. This pile currently is the one you're at, and there is a bigger room just further beyond this pile. You see a multitude of other piles just as big as this one and a bigger one in the middle.
Okay,
With
so
a,
we need to.
with a,
Oh.
what's it called? A raised platform with more gold on top of that as well.
So we need to go to the platform that's in the middle. As I say to everybody, if you want to take any gold, do not touch the gold that is in the other piles.
Very well.
All right.
How do you guys avoid the mountains of gold everywhere?
So I'll grab Ada and Dust. Well, can I carry anybody?
What's your strength score?
My strength score is total or like a modifier?
Total.
14.
14 isn't impossible. You can definitely carry one, not two. But it'd be slow going. But, if you have the time, you can definitely do it.
I mean,
The longer
If
you
we
take,
try-
though, more than likely you'll have, to meet up with the caravan and you might get lost.
yeah, okay, yeah. I gotcha.
I will also say
Like-
there are other ways of doing this if you don't want to just carry them.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just quickly just polymorph
Yeah,
Ada
just
and
walk
Dust,
around.
and then just like have them turn into a.
Giant
Like-
spiders?
I mean, flying creatures. Like I was gonna say, like
Bats?
bigger. I was like.
I mean, like
maybe,
giant bats.
Edge bats.
Oh yeah, giant bats. I mean, they can. Can't really see that well. I mean, anything. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't want them to get stuck into something, but.
You turn into giant eagles floating in the air.
Yay!
Oh, this is good for flashback.
The NPCs, more or less, are like stuck down there. Whisper just like goes, okay, we'll wait here. You guys float on top
Touch anything.
and
We could've just
reach
carried
the
them.
middle pile that is raised roughly 50 feet in the air. Again, it is a rise, but not floating in the air. So you can definitely land on there without too much of an issue, and it doesn't buckle because it's solid surface. You are currently there. I'm going to say for the purposes of this, you are in your mind, right mind, you are eagles, but, you are still yourselves.
Yeah, and then I'll get them up there, and then I guess we could just. Can we have the other people like walk around and then we can just drop some or like fill some like bags of holding and then drop it down to them?
Yeah. I'm gonna have them roll acrobatics checks to get around any gold and things of that nature. Don't worry about it. It's the median, not not the
Oh, okay.
singular.
That's an interesting medium.
It is, and I don't know it off the top of my head, so I have to do math.
Definitely it'd be somewhere around 12 or 13. Just looking at those numbers.
13. Yeah. I was looking for 14.
Can I do a bend luck on one of those?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the average is gonna be, but maybe like take that 6 and turn it into a 9.
All right. Sorry, it's Ben Luck, not the other one. I'm gonna say that's enough to change it to 14.
Cool.
They roam around the area, just trying not to touch anything here and there. Eventually get to the middle dais, even though that's probably not what I'm describing. Do you try to like grab things that are already in bags, things that are already in chests, or like equipment things? There are like, think stereotypical dragon horde, and that's what's in there.
I would say probably more since Dust is calling the shots here, I would think we would want to grab more jewel encrusted things like gems, large gems, jewel crowns, kind of like gaudy items and that sort, because then Dust can have a more eye for the price of them versus like just gold.
That's true.
Some items that would be potentially worth a lot that we could resell for more gold.
Or Dust could touch them up, because then you could just like touch them up and make them look better. Yeah.
Things like that. We will take some gold, but that won't be our main focus.
Yeah, you definitely take brooches, crowns, armor sets, swords, things you can probably hawk really easily enough. Some sensors, some chimes here and there, circlets, like plenty of things that look expensive, but at the exact same time, since it's not gold, you wouldn't be painting a target on your back.
Do I need to unpolymorph them so that they're not eagles while we're trying to look through the gold pile?
If you want to, but at the exact same time, how are you going to carry all this? You guys do have some items. If you want to put it in there.
I guess because I'm concentrating on both of them, so I feel like it'd be easier to just like go through the pile and have Dust examine what we're getting first, and then I could just carry them down, or like float them down with me being flying, and then we could walk out. Because I'm dropping the stuff down to the other people that are on the ground.
Yeah. You drop like some small things here and there, turn Dust back into their regular self while keeping Ada, just standard, giant eagle.
Yeah.
You guys pile some of the things you can't physically carry into your bags, and without too much trouble, you have a good amount of things. Like the pile itself doesn't grow heavily smaller, since a lot of the pile is just gold, but you do take a good amount of gold. This was Dust's idea. Dust, go ahead and roll 5d 100.
Ooh. Oh, let's get a good roll. Wow.
You collect roughly 220 silver, and go ahead and roll for me another 8d 100.
How many D100s?
8.
Okay, I'm just going to do 2 groups of 4.
That is fine.
139.
Okay.
And
139
you
plus
add those
280.
two, and that's the amount of gold you got.
That's 424 gold.
And roll for me one final time 2 D100s. And that's how much platinum you have.
Platinum bars.
Platinum coins? You leave a good amount of it because you can't carry it, and your bags of holdings or various bags of holdings would not be able to carry the rest.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is also counting like
A whole
gold
bunch of
that we
items,
ripped off.
gold, jewels, instruments, swords, armor sets you also found.
So like that's just pure gold pure gold.
That's just the gold, the
Yeah.
platinum, and the silver. No copper.
Okay.
You guys
so
decided not to
that's
take any
not
copper.
that's not
Yeah.
including items, right?
Correct.
No. Oh, not
Oh,
including
okay.
the items. Okay.
Okay, this is just pure gold. This is just pure coins. And then items are separate. So we got okay.
Okay.
How many like items were? I mean, just to get a quantity value. How many items of like did we grab?
A good amount of them. I'm not gonna give you a quantitative amount. I'm just gonna say you got a lot. I'm gonna say 10 things because a lot of things were pretty heavy.
Okay.
10 items and then 20 jewels. Hang on, give me a second.
If you want, what we could do is we could for the gemstones, you can have me roll some more D100s, and that will basically say you get gems that will equal to this amount in gold.
Mm. Yeah.
That's one thing that you could do.
I like the idea, but no.
Okay.
You get 5 weapons, 2 armor sets, 10 clothes, 8, what would it be called? It's not jewels, but like jewelry, I guess. 20 gems. No. I'm gonna have you roll for the gems. Go ahead and roll for me. Yeah, I'm gonna get a D100.
Just a single
Wow.
D100.
Wow.
Unless you roll low, then
75.
no, that's pretty good. And 75 varying jewel amounts of varying weights, sizes, and girth.
Okay. 75 gems.
Gee.
Some are heavy, some are small, and some are varying between.
How are we gonna
That-
get all this?
Bags of holding.
Mags is holding.
I think you have 2, or at least
Yep.
Yeah, we do
2
have 2.
variants.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Sorry.
I can't spell jewelry for some reason.
I got it. I wrote everything down.
Okay. I'm gonna click enter and release.
So
Uh,
and like I'm carrying the parties. I have the parties. The party fund. So
Yeah.
the gemstones I'm gonna take into my own. But I'm gonna write in the money that we get. And then we can figure out what we're gonna do with that at another point in time.
Yeah. Oh, so for sure you cannot fit anything else in your bags of holding.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we just like offload? Because then we have carts, right? We could just like put some of that. I mean, it might make us a target, but I mean,
That's the main reason you guys didn't take jewels. Well, sorry, not a lot of gold. Like, if you want
Yeah.
and fully trust the caravan, you're more than welcome to.
yeah,
But again, you don't
Okay.
know everyone in the caravan.
yeah. Well, I guess we head back up. I'll carry Ada down. I'll carry Dust down, and then Yeah, and then we'll head out of the place
Am I still a giant eagle?
There's still a
for
giant
a
eagle.
little bit.
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Since you guys didn't take a lot of time, you guys easily sprint back with the rest of the caravan along the way, making it there without too much of an issue. For sure, you have to cut Gretel in on that action, but that's a story for another time.
I would have thought that we would have, like, outside of this amount that was written down, we would have given her, hey, what type of thing?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just like
Because
throw her extra. Like she can carry what she can carry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a while, she just kept telling you to, like, throw more down, and then after a while, she told you to stop. But it was for a long while.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's essentially what we did with her. That way, that won't complicate, like, what we could carry.
Yeah, that's a good
and
point.
our cut, because we didn't take everything,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we were like, hey, this is something that we can potentially come back for
True.
again.
And for sure, she
Sure.
did take her own cut. That honestly does make sense. So you already gave her her amount. She got a lot. In fact, she already made a lot on this investment to begin with. So you return back.
Yeah.
And I want
Alrighty.
one of you, the best one, to go ahead and roll survival.
Oh boy.
I have a 2.
I have for survival if I can find it, a 3.
0.
If you want
Okay.
to have an NPC roll one, Whisper has 5, Fauna has 8, Opal has 2, and Gretel has 3.
Whisper.
Wait, why not Fauna?
Fauna has an 8.
Yeah, Fauna has an 8.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, Fauna
Okay.
has an 8. And then I will help because, like, I
That
have
being said, it is an NPC rolling, so you know my rolls.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those saving throws that you are horrible at.
Fair enough.
Funny.
So I will help out Fauna in this because I do have experience with the desert.
Mhm.
Is
So-
it your favorite terrain? I'm joking.
Oh, it is not a favorite terrain. It's just I come from a desert.
I know that's a ranger
Grew
joke.
up not far from the desert.
All right. Then she will roll 1d8, sorry, 1d20 plus 8, and we'll have advantage on this roll. Rolled well twice.
Wow.
Nice.
Lovely.
The first day is uneventful, eating, sleeping, getting along just fine. You find plenty of water that you don't really have to deal with that, but you do each eat one ration, and thanks to Dust's own, already buying the rations, have already consumed a lot. Gretel has her own, so don't worry about her. Even if you were not worrying, she has her own food.
I wasn't.
The following day commences, and I want one of you to go ahead and roll survival. Fauna can't do all of them, but she can do one each other day, and there's a total of 5 checks.
Okay. Whisper.
Should we just go down the list? I was gonna say it again. Should we go down the list and who has the highest survival?
Why not?
I think it makes sense just to do that, I guess.
Okay. With your guys' help, she rolls at advantage. Wow, I'm really well
Wow,
today.
a lot of 19s.
I'm rolling
Okay.
19s. 19 plus 5. Whisper helps you out along the traveling road without too much of an issue. You guys get through the next following day without too much expense. You don't find any extra water, but you do have enough that you don't have to starve or drown in your sorrows. Your camels get fed and everything of that nature happens. You talk with a few people in the caravan here and there, and they share stories. The following day, who else goes next?
Me.
Wait, what's yours again?
I don't know, but I got a 19.
Okay. Oh my.
With the help of others, you can go ahead and roll
Okay.
again, just in case.
Just in
Oh,
case of
cool.
funny.
Okay.
You're 20.
I'm natural 20, but sure.
More than half the travel, and things have been going smoothly. Almost eerily smoothly. You're fine. Consume another ration. A lot of you camels get fed, watered, and things of that nature. More talking.
So, oh yeah, never mind. We don't need to go into Winston's backstory. We'll continue. I'll just be like, oh, cool. Hi, Winston.
Hello. You talk with Winston for a bit here and there. You get his backstory about having him have no family after the raid on the village some years ago. A lot of people died, and his current employer is also his guardian. Nice enough guy. Been working for his entire life, basically. Has been taught math, arithmetics by Mr. Jeffers his entire life. So he plans to take on the business as soon as he's able to. Well, not take on the business. Jeffers has his own son, but basically help out his son along the way. That's Watson's backstory. He's not an adventurer. He's just a dude.
Yeah. Winston is not part of my clan, correct?
Technically not. He belongs further north.
Okay.
Since his pelt is a lot more vibrant, he'd be easily found in the desert. His tribe technically is in a more mountainous snow terrain.
When you said raid, I was just like, wait, what? So no, that would have been more of the material raid where bandits came in
and it's unfortunately people do still fight for things.
Yeah. No, I was just verifying that. So.
I probably should have been more specific. Yeah, it's unfortunately bandits do attack random attempts. That being the case, though, he's been able to get through it and things of that nature. He does come from the village that Dust comes from. Well, not Rose grew up in. So basically the second home Dust knows. But he's not technically from there. It's the whole, I have nowhere else to go. This is the place to go. It's definitely a place people go to if they have no real other connections or ties with anyone. It's a family that you make. So everyone's very closely knit together. It's how Dust knows Winston, sorry. However, the following day does commence, and next roll, I'm going to say if you guys pass this one, you don't need to make the fifth one.
Alright. Okay.
I think the Ada would have the...
I guess Ada or Dust, which one?
Yeah. No, Ada has definitely the higher...
Don't think about it. That's
I-
what you do. You can't think about it. You just do
Just
it.
go for it.
Yeah, just go for it, Ada.
Right? Okay.
Like, I am literally helping everybody so that you have a...
See?
Naturally, on the other
See?
side.
You
Natural
already had
twenty.
advantage.
She had advantage, so you
Yeah.
don't have to roll twice.
Yeah, it's 21. Okay, I thought something would happen during this travel. Nothing happened during this travel.
I'm surprised, honestly. This is great.
You guys make it to town.
I rolled the best rolls of his life just now. It's like, whoa.
You guys easily make it there. Consume another 2 rations. Don't even consume the rations. Down to 20. You find food. You find random travelers along the way heading towards your destination. They invite you in. They do provide you anything else, and they are currently on what are known as fire salamanders. Very big, large creatures that can easily travel twice as fast as camels, both in the dark and in the sun. So you guys eat a whole bunch of time out of your travel until you reach Yupta. In the horizon line, you do see villages, farm land here and there, as well as constructed forms of structures. But soon enough, you do get to the main road or street area.
I'm going to regret asking you this question so much.
Oh man, I really.
It's my... I can't...
Concerned what you're gonna ask.
I want to cry.
No,
Does
I'm
my-
sorry. That's good.
Does my sending stone make any noises?
It did for a while. Did you at any point in time answer?
Oh,
Not unless somebody told me.
yeah.
I want to say Ada for sure would have heard it.
Yeah.
I thought he-
Ada, I want to see like if I could like try to muffle it. Like I want to muffle it so that Ada
Yeah,
can't
this
hear
is definitely something, Nikolai, you already mentioned beforehand that you were trying to avoid, this. So you would have maybe consciously or subconsciously like buried it underneath things so to like not think about it right now, not deal with the
Yeah.
situation and just not think. Yeah, I'm gonna say in that case it's gonna be a little bit tougher. Along the road when you guys were wandering and looking through things here and there, I want everyone other than Nikolai to go ahead and roll perception checks.
Oh, fun. All right. Oh, wow, that's sad. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, these are sad. Sad rolls.
You guys didn't see anything, and the travel isn't eventful. Surprisingly enough, no random people to fight, or giant worms. And for one thing or another, Nikolai, you never heard the call.
Okay.
Take that however you will. Neither did anyone else, technically. Maybe they just assumed you called along the way. But you do
Yeah.
see people here and there silhouetted in the area, talking, making small gestures here and there. Some even come over towards your teammate, Dust. Dust, Aunt Agatha, George, Frederick here and there. They all seem to greet you like as soon as you enter inside. You don't technically... You aren't family, but again, it's found family that you make. They all do the salutations. How have things been? How's your mother? How's your younger sister? Your dad? And things of that nature.
And a lot of my things would be like, you probably know better than I have. I've been gone for a while.
They lightly
So.
chuckle and they simply state, "Of course, it's what we're implying. Make sure you visit them." They go along their way here and there, and Winston and his boss do look towards all of you, and Winston just state, "All right, think we're here. Dust, feel free. Well, all of you feel free to stop by the shop." Jeffers nods. But if you want, we can take in your camels for you while you head home.
I think we'll be needing the camels for example, but taking care of them. Question: would my family or my master actually have stables or a location where we could keep the camels?
Your family wouldn't, but you... no, that's not generally true. Your family would have a stable, because they are technically underneath the care of your master.
Okay. So combination, we would have a stable. We'd have a place or a paddock to put the camels.
Yeah, your master would have people coming out from outside of the city, so of course they would have like places for rickshaws, standard horses, camels, and things of that nature.
No, my master has my family. We have a location for to keep our camels. So we'll just take them there with us.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're back. All of you, honestly, take care. Dust, Ada, Nikolai, Miss Fauna, Whisper, Miss Opal, and Gretel. It's been a pleasure to meet you all. He bows and begins to head out. Whisper then states, "Any reason why he didn't call me Miss or whatever?" Then Gretel simply states, "I think he was just saying names. I don't think it's anything personal. I don't know. I might mess with him the next time I see him."
Maybe. This I would have actually done during the travel over. I would have brought out the token of the admirals to Gretel to see if she recognized it at all, because she goes by the engineer.
Yeah. She looks towards it and is wide-eyed, but not in the way you likely would have expected. She looks towards it and more or less is amazed by it. She's unironically or ironically, who's to say, takes it from your hand and begins to examine it. And then puts it back in your hand. Oh, right, sorry. Fine piece of craftsmanship you have there. It has no bolded instrument or metal, but at the exact same time, it holds a lot of imperfections in it. Something of that nature would have to be very, very meticulously created and crafted.
Okay. And then Dust was like, yes, it was. And then they'll just kind of put it away. That was just above game. That was just something that kind of popped in my head afterwards.
Yeah.
Last session, where it was just like, she goes by the engineer. Maybe she is like this other admiral that I don't know about yet, that I just happened to find.
Maybe. If you want to roll insight, maybe she was just lying to you.
Okay. Insight. 6.
She might have a good poker face, or she doesn't really know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're inside the city, so you can easily find your, air quotes, home. It is a place you're staying, and it's definitely some place you grew up in, but I don't know if Dust defines it as a home.
No, I would define it as home.
Okay.
Like, this is like a secondary home. Like my ancestral home, that's where the clan was, but we've left that, and whether or not we go back to the ancestral home, that's still up for the debate, but this is considered home.
Okay. You can easily get there if you want.
Oh yeah, that's probably where we're gonna head first.
Okay. I forget what song this is. Oh, not that song.
That's a cool song, though.
I think this is all just fighting music. Unless you do something, I don't think you'll be fighting. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the first one I see. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah, the lion.
You park the camel to the side without too much of an issue, and Dust, you begin to knock on the door. You do hear your old master's voice saying they'll be there in a minute, but before they get there, you do see that your mom, your dad, and your little sister, who is now roughly 5, she's not heavily younger than you, but she is younger than you.
Yeah, she.
It didn't specify in your background. So
Yeah,
like
no,
maybe
no.
18, 16, something around that line?
She would be around 18.
Yeah.
Like when Dust left, it was mostly because, yes, his master him to send him out, but it was also because his sister was then old enough, and she was about 16, 17 at that point. So she's about 18 or 19.
Okay.
By this point, she was old enough to actually take care of my parents. And then quickly, I can let you know what my parents' names are, my family's names are.
Yeah, and your background, it just said mom and dad and younger sister.
Well, in my bio, it has their name. So.
Oh, does it? That's weird. I didn't pick it up.
So it's in allies and organizations.
Oh, okay.
So not my character backstory. So my mother, her name is Elegant Luck, but she goes by Luck. My father's name is Stout Cannon, but he goes by Stout. And then my little sister is Aurora of Winter, but she goes by Aurora.
Hopefully I spelled stout correctly, since it didn't give me the little red mark on the bottom.
You did. Yes, you did. Aurora. Aurora, A-U-R.
Borealis.
Okay, I spelled it wrong. I spelled it a different way. You can spell Aurora. A-U-R... What now?
O-R-A.
As in Sleeping Beauty Aurora,
It-
or the other
yeah.
Aurora?
Yeah, I spelled
in,
the
like,
other Aurora.
A-U-R-O-R-A.
Yep.
That's how she goes. That's how it is.
Okay. Your mom and dad easily can detect when you're at home. When you were growing up, you tried to sneak out to do a few things here and there, as often teenagers do. Unfortunately, they have keen senses, so you were never able to sneak out. Sometimes you felt like you were able to sneak out since you left, but when you came back home, there was always like food waiting for you, a nice blanket here and there. You just never said anything.
Yeah, no, I think what would have happened is they would have come out about the same time that we were taking care of the camels.
Yeah. They do look towards you and immediately, as often enough mom does, just rushes in with her feline agility. In the blink of an instant, Nikolai and Ada, you just see this very thin woman just rush over towards Dust and embraces him in a big hug. She is not at all has a big muscle mass, but she is quick and agile. All the while, she's just more or less glad you're here, Dust.
Oh yeah, no. Like I'm gonna be giving her a hug right back. Like it'll somewhat surprise me depending on when she gets me, but I will give her a hug right back.
Yeah. Your father and your little sister do come over, and your mom's more or less like asking you like, what's going on? How have you been? Is everything all right? Have you been eating enough? It doesn't seem like you've been eating enough. I've taught you how to cook. Make sure you know how to use it, and make sure you're friends. And then she looks towards your friends, and then I'll go into actual character. Oh, who are your friends? They all seem really, really skinny. Oh dear. Have you been feeding them well?
I have been feeding them quite well, Mother.
Clearly not enough. Look at your father. She looks towards Stout, and he more or less is twice your size with as much muscle mass. Rather tall, but very powerful. A warrior of the tribe at one point or another. Now just a very powerful guard in the city.
Yes.
She then looks towards you. Now, if you get a little bit more food to eat, you can maybe grow a little bit more muscles here and there. Oh, and look at your friends. They're all very, very skinny. And then she looks towards all your friends, and Dust, go ahead and roll insight.
Do I get any sort of advantage with because it's my
Yes.
mother?
Because she's done this before.
21. I didn't need the advantage.
Didn't need it. The immediate point she's trying to make is make sure you're healthy and strong. It's the total doting mother thing. She looks towards your friends, and then you notice she has that look again. She did this one time or another when you were taking classes with Himda. You weren't the only one that she was training, but you were the primary one. You were taught at a very young age at one point in time, and that's when everyone else was like learning their practices and like being taught their trades. It's just you're the only one that was, air quotes, talented enough to stick around, or maybe just committed enough. Who's to say? But at one point in time, you did bring your friends along to your house, and your mom acted this exact same way. This exact same way when you brought someone of the opposite sex over. She immediately seems to try to pinpoint to see if there's any cordial relations, familiar or otherwise, and trying to pick up those nuanced things here and there. You know that this is happening. You can outright say they're just friends or something of that nature. But if you don't, she might do something else. The last time she did this, she asked the girl you invited over, like, how long you've been dating my son? Is everything going all right? Are you been eating enough? Is there something else going on here besides this? She ran away the next day. Not away from the city, but, stopped coming to class.
Yeah. And I'll actually catch that, and I'll be like, just like, mother, these are just my friends. But yes, I did meet someone in my travels. She's not part of the of my party.
Excited, and Aurora, so excited because she takes after your mom. Kind of squeal in adulation, and then she looks towards you. Oh, well, you must make sure you bring her over one day. No, where are my manners? Where are my manners? She then shouts towards Himda. Himda, we have a guest! And then soon enough, Himda does come out. Standing before you, you already know who she is. A rather elderly-looking elven woman. Very keen, standard brown eyes with white hair now at this point in time. Before you left, she did have white hair, but there were like traces of color in it. Formerly blonde, but no longer. There she stands, her house cat. You think, the first time you met them, you thought it was a small tabaxi child, but at that point in time, you didn't raise cats in the desert, because that doesn't make any sense.
It's kind of weird, honestly. Nikolai kind of like does a weird, like, looks at Dust and then looks at the cat and then looks at Dust and looks at the cat. I was like,
yeah. The cat's name is Snowball, but that's neither here or there.
and he's like, wait, are those the same? I'm confused. Yeah.
Hilda looks towards the rest of you. Well, then, it's been quite some time, young Master Dust. How are things? How are your little excavations all over the world?
Some of them, and at this point, Dust will actually do a deep bow out of respect, and then he'll come up. Decently. I have managed to meet with a few of the admirals. I met with Decay, Breaker, Soul, Strong Arm, and I did get in contact with Crimson Mare, but you probably know her as Pink Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not been able to meet with Crimson Mare face to face.
Oh, I see. She looks like she's pondering while getting closer, and then just gives you a big hug. Now remember, your mom stated to give hugs, introductions, how you will. I am your godmother. She just gives you a big hug, and then soon enough stops.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll give her a hug back with that.
Yeah.
Yes. But these are my friends. Nicholas, and I'll point to Nicholas.
What did you just call me?
Nicholas? Nikolai, is that your full name?
Nikolai.
No.
Sorry.
We've been traveling. Excuse. No.
I had a brain fart.
I know. I know.
A brain fart.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. And I couldn't see your full name because
her name is very long.
Yeah, it's very long.
It was very funny though.
So, Nikolai,
Ada. Yes. Don't do that again. Gee.
Fauna, Whisper, Opal, and then a fellow craftsman in Gretel. She goes by Gretel the engineer. And I've actually am trying to learn an additional trade, parts of the trade. She has some skills that I would like to pick up. So I've brought her along so that I can learn parts of her trade.
Of course. She looks towards all of you. Well, It's a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. Oh, but where are my manners? Come in, come in. Let's make sure you have enough meals and drinks along the way. She invites you all inside without too much of an issue. Depending on, what you guys do.
Okay.
You easily enough enter inside, and she does state, well, you are more than welcome to use the back storage room as your beds. That's basically what it's used for. For some reason, Luck and Stout don't want to take my hospitality and sleep in my home, even though I stated it is your home as well. And more or less, Luck is more like, oh, we don't want to be imposing. You've been living with me for 18 years. It is fine, dear. It wouldn't be 18 years. I just don't want to do the math.
Oh, yeah, definitely not 18 years, but it just kind of accentuates like just the kind of relationship that my family has with her.
Yeah.
So.
Just trying to get you all back into squares. Okay. But Himda does state, you're more than welcome to go over there if you want, but you're also welcome to be in here as well. Next door is my workshop, so if you need anything done or just to buy anything, feel free to. Now then, she claps her fingers together to snap, and immediately you don't see anything other than floating trays of drinks and meals heading towards you. Dust, you know this trick beforehand. Normally she has these things, in butler suits and things of that nature. These are known as unseen servants. They come in with provided snacks here and there and some drinks, and you more or less share a pleasant afternoon before business actually is done. But soon enough, if you decide to talk business, you're more than welcome to. But before that, we will take our 5-minute break here.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
I enjoy just parents so much. Is that weird to say?
No. I was waiting for this. But yeah, I'll be right back.
we can distribute between the two buildings, but more than likely, Dust will stay with his family, and then everybody else will stay in Himda's home.
Mm-hmm.
In her kind of estate. Like Dust's family would not be far. In fact, I would guess that their home would be practically on the same estate, just on the edge.
Yeah. When you guys were all basically displaced and you came here, like Luck and Himda were like longtime friends after a while, before you were ever born. She, air quotes, sold them a plot of land so they can rebuild their home, and they've built there, which is not that far from here. Like, it's literally walking distance.
And then Luck and Stout, they just kind of help out with the city and with Himda, just kind of in everyday matters.
Uh-huh. Your father became a town guard captain, and your mom, I believe, a seamstress, if I remember correctly.
I did not have her set as any background, but yes, that's good enough for me. And crazy enough, my mother is a seamstress. So, but yeah, no, it sounds good to me.
And
All right, Adam.
Ready?
before
I'm
that,
ready.
Ada, you ready? You were trying to say something.
Oh yeah. I was going to say that, and then I accidentally interrupted you.
Okay. Okay. Going back into the game. As you all having polite conversation here and there, eating, drinking, telling old stories of how at one point in time Dust wanted to pursue the fighting life of a guard, and Stout stating not to because since we belong to formerly a different town, it'd be hard to rise the ranks, so he suggested going with the trade thing of that situation. Your mother obviously tried to get you into her own work, but then Himda asked if
Spell.
Yeah, we